Bang for the buck is a term that's often used in the Mustang world. Usually it's about performance parts, and we get that all the time. Hey, I just bought a 2015 Mustang. What is the best bang for the buck performance? What that basically means is getting the most for your dollar when it comes to performance applications. Now, what about actual Mustangs? What Mustangs are the best bang for the buck for the dollar spent? Well, today I'm going to tell you my top 5 bang for the buck Mustangs. Number 5 on my list is going to be the 2015 through 2017 Mustang GT. Now, these cars are a little more expensive because they're newer, but you get the Gen 2 Coyote rated at 435 horsepower. You get the S550 chassis, which is a beautiful car, really nice interior, lots of space, IRS suspension, just a huge jump up in overall performance. And again, for handling, the IRS works amazing, and the few well-chosen mods, they work at the drag strip as well. Add a little bit of boost to an S550 and you're going to have a monster on your hands, as making power to go single digits is not that difficult with this car. Now, the S550, the 6R80 is also a great transmission, and even the MT82, if used properly, will hold up pretty well for most use. With these cars available in the high teens, I've even seen them as cheap as like 16 to 17. The Gen 2 Coyote and an S550 Mustang is a great performance value. Number 4 on my list, the 2007 through 2009 Mustang GT 500. Now, I know a Shelby on a bang for the buck list, and again, compared to the Shelby's, it's a great value. You know, your modern Shelby can top $100,000. Even a 13 to 14 will still bring upper 40s and even 50 for a clean example, but the 07 to 09 can be had for about half that price. For that money, you're getting a 5.4 liter, 500 horsepower supercharged engine backed by a TR6060 6-speed transmission. Throw about $1,000 at one of these, and that 500 horsepower easily becomes over 600 horsepower. And you're getting the Shelby name. There's always that exclusivity that comes along with owning a Shelby Mustang. You know, like I said, it's not on the same performance part as the modern GT 500s, but I talked to a good source who said you can find a decent one of these with not too crazy miles for bottom 20s, making it bang for the buck an excellent car to start with. Number 3 on my list is going to be the 1996 through 1998 Mustang Cobra. Now again, these cars are nowhere near as fast as the Coyotes, but they still have a 32-valve 4-cam V8 engine, and it's a 4.6 liter backed by a T45 5-speed transmission. Now these cars though are a lot more raw and a lot lighter than the modern cars, making them a lot of fun. Put a good set of gears in this car, 410, 430, even 456, and you have a quick car that's a lot of fun around the street. And again, it's a Cobra. There's always something cool about owning a Cobra. Now, as far as the price of entry for these cars, you can find a nice clean 96 to 98 Mustang Cobra in the $5,000 to $6,000 range, which is cheaper than a supercharger for your Coyote. Again, these can be a lot of fun on the street and excellent bang for the buck. Number 2 on my list is going to be a little bit different, and that's the 1967 through 1970 Mustang Coupe. Now, when it comes to vintage cars, bang for your buck is getting harder and harder as fastbacks and convertibles bring big money. But the coupes, you can still get a good deal. And performance-wise, the engines then are not up to par with the modern engines, but the V8 cars are affordable, easily upgradable, and you get that vintage style and the enjoyment of driving a vintage vehicle. Now, I prefer the 67 to 8 personally, but I've seen a lot of nice 69 through 70 coupes as well. Again, these cars with a V8 and either an automatic or 4-speed can be a lot of fun, can be easy to upgrade, and you can find a nice clean driver in the $6,000 to $7,000 range. It's a great way to get your feet wet in the classic market and definitely a good bang for the buck. Number 1 on my list was an easy guess, and that was the 11 through 14 Mustang GT. This was the first time the venerable Coyote engine showed up. 412 horsepower the first couple years and then 420 in the later years, but you had the 3-link suspension, 31 spline axles, 6R80 transmission for the automatic, and the MT82 for the 6-speed cars. These cars responded to mods like no other Mustang before, and very basic bolt-on cars got in the 11s with no problem. You want to put a power adder on your car and push it even harder, bottom 10s and even 9s are the norm for the Coyote. And for the price of a Coyote, especially 11 through 14, you really can't go wrong. These are still great looking cars, and you can get into one for low teens now if you look around for some decent mileage. And a lot of these cars are already modified, which is going to save you money in the long run. But without a doubt, given the performance that they come stock and the performance that they can attain with very simple modifications, the best bang for the buck Mustang, in my opinion, is the 11 through 14 Mustang GT. Now, obviously, bang for the buck is very subjective, but I think I've got 5 solid contenders here for the money you're going to spend and the performance and enjoyment you'll get out of the vehicle. Now, obviously, I'm sure you guys have your own opinions of what the best bang for the buck Mustangs are, and please let us know in the comments below.